Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you? Happier?
Oh, come on through.
Thank you.
Have a seat. We haven't filmed any of this because we've been flat out. Because we've actually got a show on the front bar tonight. We don't have a show upstairs or out the back, so we're in luck. But anyway, look at this. All done.
New floor. Kind of.
So
Smells like new wood.
it does. You right walking across that, or do you want to just?
I'm okay, Shane.
Well, anyway, Johnny, Chippy. I'm not sure if he wants his name put to this. No, he does.
Maybe he doesn't.
He came in and literally has killed it. We've got structural. It's a structural floor now. There's no balancing or anything. Everything's in. These are up against this wailing board's up against the wall. Everything is tight. It's solid. He's fixed this where that floorboard was going in. And he's going to chuck it. He's still got a little bit more to do on this, so he's going to chuck another thing in there so there's no flex on that at all. He's done, so we kept the stuff to get the level, the older stuff, and then we've raised some other stuff to get a better level, and he's just laminated a bit of shit on, redid this. We've still got a bit more stuff to do over here.
But we're getting there.
We're getting there. Basically tomorrow he's going to come in, we're going to fix up these little hokey pieces.
I heard him say, we'll be wrapped up by 12.
Yeah, probably.
Tomorrow.
Maybe. We'll see how he goes.
That's pretty good.
Different story out there. We put a big hole in the floor out there because we had to. But we'll get to that. We're just going to fix it up, put the carpet back down tomorrow. The plumbers came in. And guess what? We're not replacing that ceramic pipe now. He's like, he goes, if all the joists are out, which they were never going to be because you get past there and it's joist. And he's like, look, we'll run with it. But he is going to redo all this here. He reckons we've got the fall. So we might end up with blockages at some point, but I don't know. I did the math and I was like, I reckon we made it. And he did the math and he went, I reckon we've got it.
We're on. I think we've had a successful day, haven't we?
Hey. You know, I'm happy-ish.
People will be happy.
Took a lot of dirt out. We didn't have to.
Oh, really?
A lot of dirt out. There's like a mountain of dirt out.
Yeah, I know, but we didn't have to.
We're going to have a look at it.
No. Sorry?
There's my dirt. Doesn't look like much, but when you're doing it with a spade that big.
A trowel.
I didn't use the trowel.
Dustpan.
I used the trowel a little bit. I used a dustpan. It's a fair bit.
You got 1%.
Right, that's it. Anyway, we're going to film more. But do you know the best thing? Plumber came early and we get to go do our shopping. Right, which is a miracle because we weren't expecting that. And I get to get home before
Dark.
4 to 5, normal day.
Hell yeah, brother!
Yeah, I'm learning clock dancing, mate. Unless... No, I'm just thinking about this floor. What am I doing tonight?
One eternity later.
Well... I don't know where we've been filming because we haven't been filming because well, we just needed to get this done. But we do have a floor. We did open like last night. In fact, it's that early. Yeah, here we go. Now I'm about to say a terrible mopping job. The floor's still wet. No one's here. I just called in to finish the floor. But the floor is in. It's not finished, but it is a safe screwed in so we can pull the f***er out. But anyway, it is 10 to 4 in the morning on a Friday morning. So you want to see what my face looks like at 4 in the morning? Here, have a look at this. Oh, rough. Anyway, I'm here to sand and stain and varnish just so it's safe for the weekend because it's Friday. So I don't want to get it too dirty and you can see it's already pretty dirty. The other thing that is probably pretty funny is the front kitchen lock finally died. I killed it yesterday. I pulled on it and all fell apart. So it's locked. So I've got to kick that in, put a latch on, and then we'll just, we'll fix the door later. That's fine. I hate the fact that it had a different key anyway, so I've got to get the locksmiths out to fix it when we fix the door. So we just gave ourselves our next project. Anyway, I'm going to go, because I'm going to have this done before everyone gets in. We found to see some ass, guys. It's actually coming up pretty smooth. So, I've only done a little bit, but yeah, I feel the difference. Anyway, where we go. Alright. Might as well vacuum the Oh, that's Oh, hi there. I just realised how much sawdust I'm getting on the camera doing the sanding. And I ain't buying a new camera because I just bought a new floor. So this is probably going to cut to me going, ooh, or maybe we will cut to my impression of Daniel LaRusso sanding. Just cut straight to the next bit, Gaz. It'll be fine. It'll be like a fully sanded floor and me having found the vacuum cleaner that I've lost.
Hell yeah, brother!
Alright, I don't know if I've gotten into this, but I'm going to do this again and get in shot. Some of you might be asking, why, Shane, are you sanding and staining a floor and before the floor is finished? We are a pub. I don't have the I don't have a budget. I have to open. Today's Friday. I have to open tonight. I have to protect that floor. Even though the carpenter's coming in after I've stained and sanded and stained it and put a varnish on it to put other shit in. I know it makes no sense, but I need to protect that wood. Otherwise, I would be in here on Monday having to go hire a big floor sander to get all the dirt and grit up so we could then finish it. Whereas if I just do it now, it takes me a quarter of the time, a little more, like an eighth of the time to sand it and stain it. And I don't have to go hire a sander because we don't make money. Like, I don't get paid to do this. I literally, I work for no wage. This is all, we don't earn money. Like, I don't get money from anything I do here at Tote, nothing. Not a red cent. So, the only time I've got is the only thing I've got is my time. So that's why I'm in here at 5 o'clock in the morning, doing these things that seem arse backwards. Not building fine furniture, I'm operating a venue that needs to run, and that's why we're doing things arse backwards sometimes. You might just sit there and they go, hey, that's pub life, that's how you do it. We need to open, we need to have that floor protected, otherwise it's just going to cost me more time, and you know, I don't have any time. So that's why we're doing it this way, even though it makes no sense. It makes sense in a pub and when you're trying to operate a business and do all those things. The other thing you might be asking, I don't know if I've touched this, why get rid of the carpet in this area? Well, this is a high traffic area. It was the grossest part of all the carpet, was this area, which is saying something, because if you look at the bar, that's disgusting. You know, that's what it was meant to be like, but it was worse through here. This is a high traffic area. I'm dying. The other thing is, like, you can see, they're like cattle tracks, sheep tracks, and just follow where people go. The other thing is, that's a toilet. That's going to be a toilet. And that's a kitchen I locked myself out of because I broke the but anyway, the grossness that comes through here, and you know, like, I'll give you some tips on, if you ever want to get into hospo, here's my number one tip. Here is Shane's number one tip on hospo. Particularly because I clean pubs for years and years, I've done every gross thing in there, serve people. Wash your hands before you piss, wash your hands after you piss. 100% wash your hands after you do your shoelaces up. I still do it, I have forever. It's gross. A couple hundred people going in and out pissing all night, there's going to be piss everywhere. A kitchen there, food going everywhere, you know, spilled. So you want something that you can clean throughout the night, and that's, you know, people can walk through and it can be high traffic. It'll keep the rest of the carpet in better condition, because you're just not tracking that straight into through the venue. It gives a chance to keep it clean, but that's why we're doing it arse backwards. So yeah, not fine furniture, operating pub. I've got to be open in 7 hours. I've got to have people in here in 4. So I've got to, talking of which, I better get this thing down because I've got to do a clean, and then I'm going to stain, and then I'm going to come back to you and probably have a whine about something because I'll probably break something off something up. So anyway, love you. See you soon. I bet you I didn't press record. I did. Thank God for that. Saying, here, let me tell you something. Well, I got my new floor happening. Whiz that around. There you go. Let me tell you something. Through and any cafe owner, pub owner, restaurant owner will attest to this. If you went through COVID, I don't know if it was everyone, but me, I ripped the shit out of Last Chance. Literally, if we were in a lockdown, I would rip everything out, I'd be doing everything, and the place should walk in and it would be a mess. And then old mate would come on and go, yeah, you know, like, you can open up in 12 hours. And I have to put everything back together. I got so good at just being able to open a pub. Like, everyone's always good at it anyway. But I'm like a expert now on timing. I'm going, oh yeah, I can have this done so we can do this done so we can do that. I'm just like breezing. Always get it open. So even today, the pub was still open when I got up at 1 a.m. to come in, and I was just pottering around and a message came through saying, hey, we're still open. So I was like, well, I'm not going in while they're open. So I just waited. It put me back a couple of hours, but nah, I'm pretty happy. We're going to be able to do so much more now that that floor's accessible. And now that we've got that sorted out, and then we've got the plumber coming in, he's coming. Big news on that. Big news, we've got some exciting things we're going to do so the plumber can do what the plumber needs to do. Now, you thought ripping up a floor was stupid. Wait till you see what we do next. It's ridiculous. But it's fine. I don't care. It's all good. I'll be fine. Love yous. Bye. Talking to your fucking self again, Shane. Isn't this a fucking good job? Jeez Louise. Do you want to walk on the floor?